Hello, this is Ronnie Mazukin, and I'm going to talk about the Royal Rumble a bit. With Royal Rumble fastly approaching, why not have a little small talk about the Royal Rumble? The Royal Rumble, to me, is not very surprising. I mean, we already know the pool of people who can win, and the large pool of people who enter that we know they have no chance of winning. And with the Royal Rumble supposed to be such an unpredictable event with so many people participating, and really don't have to be the most talented person to win. All you have to do is to be lucky enough to throw someone out of the ring by either A, having some main eventer not paying attention while they're trying to desperately eliminate some heavy to hard to eliminate person, that someone just runs behind you and eliminates you. It should mean that everybody from the top to the bottom should have a chance. But it doesn't really matter. You have to have rising star power. There's very rarely a completely surprise entry, someone that will inspire people to say, "Oh man, if they can do it, anybody can do it." Everybody could come and declare their wins, but we will truly know that it's completely unpredictable. Right now, there's only probably a handful of people that can win the Royal Rumble. They're always going to be in the predictable range. Just look at the past Royal Rumble matches and the winners. There's not a lot of people could win the Royal Rumble. We got people like Vince McMahon could be one to. You say, "Oh yeah, Vince McMahon won it." That's kind of unsurprising. Come on, it's Vince McMahon. I'm Vince McMahon. You know how he likes to give himself an ego trip. He's the runner of the company. Him winning is not a surprise. It's just an atrocity. Of course, Rey Mysterio, but people attribute his win to Eddie Guerrero and them trying to, give the Mexican Libres a little bit of a popularity because of Eddie Guerrero, his surprise passing. So they passed it to him. Chris Benoit could have fitted the role, but after what he did, people are trying to erase his very existence, and that leaves us with nobody who is a surprise winner, or not much of a surprise winner, because we know if you're either a rising star or you're at the top of the card or close to it, you have a chance of winning. But if you're anywhere underneath, mid card and lower, you're not gonna win. You might get an elimination or two. You might do something impressive in the Royal Rumble, but in the end, you're not gonna be on the road to WrestleMania. But what do you think? Who do you think could possibly pull off a surprise win? Someone that will go down in history to say that if this person can win the Royal Rumble, anybody can. Even down to the lowest card superstar that comes out and says, "I'm going to win the WrestleMania. I'm going to headline WrestleMania. I'm going to win the Royal Rumble." You can say, Even though it's extremely unlikely, it's entirely possible. Case in point, they could have did this in 2011. Santino Marella almost won. If he would have won, that would have been the whole indication that anybody could win. Now, it would have been hard for them to pull off a halfway decent storyline with Santino Marella heading to WrestleMania, but Santino was very funny at the time, and people would have found it very amusing just for the sheer thought that he could end up being at WrestleMania and almost win it. Now, he probably won't win it, but he could almost win it, and that would possibly, make Santino go over at least for the rest of that year, maybe, because everything kind of changes after WrestleMania. But it would have been a great start, and it would have been a very interesting thing, and it would have been an even better tool and platform for building low end and mid card superstars and pushing them to the next level instead of just throwing a main eventer. Right now, they have so many set storylines that this year I doubt more than any other year that they would put off that risk. And with desperation for ratings, they most likely are going to stick what they do best. A main eventer winning the Royal Rumble, whether it's Sheamus, Randy Orton, John Cena, Ryback, returning Undertaker, or Brock Lesnar, or any of those other, or maybe even Dolph Ziggler for that little possible WrestleMania moment where he gets to fight twice to try to build him up. But I don't really see that much happening. But for me, the best person would be Kofi Kingston, but that's just because I like him and I'm biased. But who do you think would make a great unexpected winner that would say that anybody can win the Royal Rumble at any given time? And please don't say Hornswoggle. Have a great day. Thumbs up.